Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today we're talking Uncoupled. This is season 1, episode 3, also called chapter 3. Again, loving this show, excited to talk about it. And did you guys catch it? There's an SJP dig in this one, and I love it. Maybe I'm reaching, but it was there. I don't care. I love it. Screwing just like that. You guys, thanks so much for watching. I can't wait to dive into this. Before I do, be sure to check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps, where you'll find all the good stuff, all the breakdowns of the original Sex and the City episodes. But without further ado, let's dive into this. So I'm still really liking this one. This episode had a little bit different tone. It was less about Michael's sadness and more about Michael getting out into the world. So, of course, I know you've seen episode 1 and episode 2, but just to recap, he has been in a 17-year relationship with Colin. Colin dumped him out of the blue, and Michael is trying to rebound and find his footing again. He hasn't been single in a very long time. They're in a monogamous relationship, so he has no idea about any of this stuff. His friends are trying to help him, encourage him and get him on Grindr and get him out there, that sort of thing. But this show is so much fun. It's like it gives me Sex and the City vibes. I can't help but compare it because, of course, Darren Star is behind this one, just like the old Sex and the City, series. But there's sex, there's nudity, there's fun, there's flirt, there's New York is the character again, and happiness and sadness, all of it. And I'm really enjoying it. And I think Neil Patrick Harris is doing a great job. So in this episode, he is encouraged by his friends to get on Grindr. And can I just say, hello, Neil Patrick Harris. Holy hot body. Woo! I think I have a thing for Neil Patrick Harris, and I didn't even realize it. His body is smoking. So it's only been a week. His friends are like, you need to get laid. That's the only way you're going to be able to move on. So his friend here is showing him Grindr and what it's all about, how to use it, that sort of thing. He says he's not up for it. There's a very, very funny exchange where he gets his first message on Grindr, and basically it's like, hey, what's up? And the guy writes, hey, you look hot. And Michael writes back, well, you too. And the guy writes, dick pic, ? And Michael says, don't have one. And instantly the guy blocks him. So it's kind of showing how it just really cracked me up when that happened. But how brutal it is out there and how he's just not used to it. And he's going to have to learn real quick to adapt. So Michael's friend is explaining, listen, you have to have a dick pic. It's your Grindr passport photo. It's going to come up a lot. Case in point, the guy blocking him because he didn't have one. Okay, so that kind of becomes part of the theme of this episode. So from here we go to him in the showers after the workout. And he's trying to take his own dick pic. And again, holy hot bod. I couldn't stop staring. His butt's out, he's posing, he looks hot. Some guy that works at the gym is offering to help him offering a hand in taking his dick pic. He gets embarrassed and shy and stuff, and I'm thinking, dude, if you look like that, have fun, right? I cut off the good stuff here, but yeah. They didn't actually show it here, but it'll come up later. We'll talk about it. No pun intended. Okay, so back at the office, Suzanne comes into work late. Here's where we get the shade. She said she's wearing SJP heels, and they were $300, and they broke. I love it. I love that shade is in there. I'm taking it as a dig at SJP and the colossal failure of And Just Like That. Okay, so turns out they have a new client coming into town. His name's Paolo. He's a very hot Italian man who's just going to be in town for one day. He has $2 million to find a place in the city. All I could think of is Countess Luann, because he called it a pied de terre. I don't think I'm saying that right, but you know what I'm talking about. A place in the city. So they're going to spend all the next day showing him around New York and trying to find a place for him. So Michael's friend Billy calls him. They're talking about Grindr. They're trying to come up with a username for Michael. And again, a laugh out loud part. This is so dirty. If you have kids in the room, you're gonna want to get them out. But the makeup artist there with Billy suggests what was it? I wrote it down. Oh my god. Oh, you guys, Piggy want to come home. Just saying. But he ends up going with New Hot Mike. So that's his grinder name. He texts somebody and says, "What's up?" And he gets sent a picture of somebody's beehole. So there's that. Welcome to Grinder, New Hot Mike. He's called over to Claire's house. Of course, Claire, played by Marcia Gay Harden, and she's furious and has a sledgehammer. She's destroying her ex's thing. So remember, the whole through line here is that she is this eccentric, very wealthy woman. He's going to sell her apartment for her, and she was just unceremoniously dumped after 20 some odd years of marriage. Very similar to his story. No warning, just moved out. That's kind of what happened to him. Well, it turns out her ex went to visit one of their kids at college and brought his new girlfriend to meet them. So things did not go well. She's pissed. She's smashing things up. But they have a heart-to-heart, and it's a nice moment. And I like this character because it lets Michael open up more, because he can relate to being, dumped like that and being total surprise. Okay, next day, Suzanne. She dressed all hot for this sexy Italian man. This was so funny. This very hot Italian man, Paolo, right? He wants to see these $2 million places. Suzanne is hardcore flirting with this guy. She dressed sexy. She's talking to him about going out sometime. She's hitting on him. She's very into him. And he's kind of playing along. He's kissing her hand and being very sweet with her and stuff. Well, as they're looking at places, he finds a place he likes, right? They end up all in the car together. She's laying it on thick, flirting with him. Well, meantime, Michael checks his grinder, and he's a match with the Italian guy. So it turns out the Italian guy is into Michael, not Suzanne. So Italian guy invites Michael up to his apartment, and I left out the best part in the last scene. They're going through pictures of potential listings and houses or apartments for Paolo, and Michael accidentally shows his dick pic, and might I say, wowzers. So that's where, so the messages come up. Paolo's very into Michael because of the dick pic, and anyway, so Suzanne is none the wiser. She goes on home. Michael sneaks up to Paolo's place. They hook up. It's very hot, and they have a night. So during the hookup, Paolo offers to photograph Michael's dick pic for him. He said he'll make it look nice for Grindr. Michael's walking home. He's on top of the world, feeling great. He tells his friends, "Hey, I just had my first hookup." And, again, this is the first time in 17 years he's hooked up with somebody else. So it's a big deal. He goes by his gallery friend. I cannot remember this guy's name. I thought I wrote it down. I did not. I just wrote gallery friend. Okay, so he goes by his gallery friend's place, runs into some friends. Well, this is where... Stanley. Sorry, Stanley is his name. Okay, this is where it gets a little sad. Turns out Stanley went to a dinner party at Colin's the night before. Dun, dun, dun. So... Michael was on cloud nine about the hot hookup with the Italian guy. It sounds like Luann, right? Some Italian guys were here. But it came crashing down because he found out that Colin had a dinner party the night before. Stanley went, and Michael doesn't understand how Stanley, his friend, could do that to him. And Stanley's defense is, well, you guys were together for 17 years. He's my friend too. And Michael says, how could you do this? He broke up with me over text, and he walks out. Oh, it was heartbreaking. Interesting, at the very end, they play, almost identical Sex and the City music. I swear it's the same tune. It's just a different, music, but like background beat, right? But it sounds just like the Sex and the City tune. I thought that was very interesting. But, what a way to end it. I'm dying to see what happens next. the nerve of Colin to invite the friend. I guess, I mean, they're his friends too, but still, that sucks after a bad breakup. And if he's the breaker upper, I don't think he should get custody of the friends. That's just my opinion. But anyway, another great episode. I really appreciate you guys recommending this show to me. I'm thoroughly enjoying watching it, and I can't wait to see what happens next. I hope you enjoyed this recap. Check out my Patreon, hit that thanks button, and share the video. Tell everybody about it. I will talk to you guys again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.